Hi, my name is Lori. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, we do yoga-based practices to help with emotional fitness. February is a month that many of us associate with the celebration of love and relationships. But one of the most important and overlooked relationships is the relationship we have with ourselves. Because like RuPaul says, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? So the goal of this practice is to help you release those yucky feelings of feeling unloved, unsupported, grief, loneliness. We don't want to feel that stuff, even though of course sometimes we do. This practice is about helping you feel more things like joy and being open and feeling loved and supported. I'm going to be using essential oils in this practice, but you don't have to have them. And also we're going to be mostly focusing on just doing it, but there's all kinds of really cool information about why this practice works and what's in the essential oils. You can get all that cool stuff at my website, www.balancerelaxationtherapy.com/self-love. Okay, so let's get to our practice. We're going to start with the oil. Again, you can do this with or without the oil. The oil just augments or makes the practice even that much better. So 1 drop of Easy Air in your palm, and then a few drops. Hunter's back. Come on then, buddy, you can be part of it. And then a few drops of the carrier oil. You're gonna rub your hands together. And then bring your hands in front of your face, and you'll take just a few breaths here, inhaling the scent of laurel and peppermint, eucalyptus, and all the other good things that are in Easy Air. And feeling it open up your airways, the sinuses and the lungs. And then you're going to take your hands, rub them together again, and apply the oil on your chest. I'm not going to do it because I'm going to screw up my mic. So you go ahead and do that. Whoops! The dog is knocking the camera all over the place. Rubbing the oil onto your chest. And then sit for a moment and feel the oil absorbing into your skin, making that heart area feel warm and open. Let's start by warming up our neck and shoulders, rolling the shoulders back. And you're just sitting in a comfortable position. And if sitting on the floor is not good for you, pull up a chair. It's fine. Good. And warming up through the neck. Bring your chin down to your chest and roll the chin over to one shoulder, coming back all the way to the other side. Inhaling as the chin comes up. Exhaling as you loop your chin over to the other side. Inhaling as the chin comes to the shoulder. Doing that a few times, feeling all those kinks get out of the neck area. Taking it nice and slow. Remember being gentle with yourself. This practice is for you. Good. And coming back to center. Let's open the arms up wide on the inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to bring your arms over your shoulders like a big hug. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. It's nice and loose, warming up the upper body a little. A few more times. Beautiful. Now coming over onto hands and knees. So this next posture looks a little more difficult than it is, but if you do have hip issues or knee issues, you might want to just go into a gentle seated forward fold as an alternative. Otherwise, come into all fours, pressing the hips up into down dog. Right foot moves to the center of the mat, and left knee comes forward, turning the toes out to the long side of the mat, coming down on both knees, and now turning your right toes to the other long side of the mat, and sitting back onto your hips. I'm going to turn around just so you can see this a little bit better. So the knees are stacked on top of each other. Beautiful. And just take a moment to feel into that position. Nice. And now we'll take the arms out to the side. Bring the left arm across the body, scooping that right arm underneath to press the left arm a little closer to the body. Feeling that stretch in the back of the shoulder. And then we'll take that left arm in, both hands then hugging onto the backs of the shoulders and letting the chin come down. Pausing now for a few breaths in this self-hug. Let's unwrap that posture and take it to the other side. Coming back to all fours. Hips come up into down dog. And this time the left foot comes to the center of the mat, right knee comes forward, and taking the toes out to the long end of the mat. Coming back onto the hips. Again, I'll just turn. Beautiful. Pausing on this side, noticing if there's any difference between the tightness on one side and the other. Beautiful. Let's take our arms out to the side once more. This time the right arm comes across the body, left arm scoops under. Beautiful. Let's go right into that hug. Hug, that word was. Beautiful. Letting the chin come down. And once again, feel into this sensation of giving yourself a big warm hug. Great. Let's unwrap ourselves. And we'll come over onto our backs now. And this is where you'll need your towel, or your blanket, I should say. So your blanket's rolled up, and you're going to put it lengthwise on your mat, bringing one end of it right up against your hips. And you'll lay yourself back over your blanket, letting your arms extend to the bottom of your mat and letting your feet flop out to the side. And what you want to feel here is that blanket rolled along the spine, helping the chest to open and expand. Remember, the goal of the practice is to feel the heart center opening and expanding. So that we can open to give and receive more love. Now we want to do something called 3-part breath, which also helps to open up the whole upper body and rib cage and heart area. So you'll inhale, let the belly rise. Keep on inhaling, let the ribs expand up and out to the sides. Keep on inhaling, letting the breath fill all the way up to the collarbones. And then exhale the breath, upper back, mid back, lower back. So we'll do that a few times, inhaling belly, ribs, chest, exhaling upper back, mid back, lower back. It's like the breath is a big wave of love that comes in and then flows down the body again on the exhale. Beautiful. Now we'll come back to our sides. So bringing the legs in, engaging the abdominal muscles a little bit here before you bend into the knees. And then roll onto your side, gently sitting yourself up. Beautiful. Coming back to a comfortable seated position. Nice. And now I want you to take a minute, maybe close your eyes, and think of something that brings you a whole lot of joy and happiness and kind of makes your heart feel like it's expanding. I know for me it's when I come home and both dogs are there with their big waggy tails and their happy faces. It just makes me happy. So think of something like that. And maybe think of it as a color, that feeling in your chest where your chest just expands with that feeling of happiness and joy. So imagine it's in the room all around you. And we'll inhale, bringing the hands slightly up in a kind of V shape, like that victory thing. Good. So imagine you're reaching out into that color that represents that thing that makes you feel really, really happy, and exhaling it into your heart, like it's all concentrated right there in your heart center. Inhaling as the arms reach out into that feeling of good vibe, happiness, lots of love out there, and bringing that into your heart on the exhale. A few more times, just like that. Beautiful. Now the last piece is a short meditation using a hand gesture called a mudra. You'll be touching the middle fingernails together, letting the other fingers extend out, and letting the fleshy part of the thumbs touch together. Good. Now take a moment and have a look down. Look at the shape. Do you see the heart? So from a physical perspective, this mudra helps to open up the chest and the ribs and the upper back. So the whole chest area and heart area feels freer and more open. From an emotional perspective, it helps us open up the heart center so that we can be open to receive more love and more joy. Saying silently to yourself, I open to give and receive the energy of love. I open to give and receive the energy of love. I open to give and receive the energy of love. So say that 3 more times silently to yourself. So that's it for our practice. Bring the hands together in Anjali Mudra. Thumbs touch the center of the heart. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope to see you again soon. Don't forget to visit my webpage for the background on some of the tools and techniques we use. balancerelaxationtherapy.com/self-love. And I'll see you again soon. Namaste. Bye for now.